Hello everybody, it's Amiga Rob here, and today we're going to be looking at this. Yes, it is what would have been in years gone by perhaps the highlight of any Star Wars collection. This is Boba Fett and Han Solo. Two of the coolest figures from Star Wars. And yeah, we've got this set which I've got, believe it or not, in Poundland for £3. And yeah, I saw them. They also had oh, I can't think of her name now. She was so popular. There was a lot of controversy about her. Girl from what's it called? Not The Last Jedi. Is it called The Last Jedi? It might be called The Last Jedi. Yes, it is. Yeah, they're not a very popular one. They had tons of them with the ball robot BB-8 and the black one, black BB-8, and they had some Princess Leia's as well with some other uninteresting things. But this, I thought, wow, £3 for Boba Fett and Han Solo, and I thought it'd be interesting to get and have a look because I've heard a lot of very bad things about them, and I thought it'd be interesting just to see what the quality is like because I've heard the quality is terrible. So yeah, I'm going to unbox, and these are things that I don't know, they were probably about £10 when they first came out. How do we open? Let's now try and protect. Oh right, okay, we've got some tape on the edge here, so I'm gonna get this tape off. So yeah, the back of the box, these characters. Oh, that's interesting. The figures definitely don't look like they do in the actual box on there, but they look like they've done them from prototypes. But yeah, the interesting thing about this, one of the things I noticed straight from the offset, is that oh, can I get this in view? If you can see the Han Solo image there, that is very much Star Wars era, the original Star Wars film, not this New Hope rubbish era Han Solo that they've got there, and the actual one inside looks more like a kind of I don't know, the Fugitive era. It looks a bit older than the picture. Wow, am I ever going to get this open? I don't know why I'm worried about damaging the box because I think the toy inside is going to be crap, but let's see. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Oh dear, I've ripped the box. Okay, it's alright, we got that end off. Let's get the other tape. There we go, the other tapes come. So out they come. Now I've heard the plastic is terrible on this, so I'd like to know if it's anywhere near as bad as it seems. Let's try Boba. Oh, blimey! Let's try Boba Fett first without ripping his head off. How do you take these out? Okay. Well, the first thing that I noticed taking him out of the box is that one of the legs is a lot shorter than the other. I had an acquaintance who had that problem. He's now quite big in the film industry, but so yeah, that little antenna thing looks like it could drop off at any point. How would I describe the plastic? I wish I had I don't have a proper Star Wars character to hand to compare. Well, the head. Yeah, the head's interesting. You can move it. You've only got. Oh my goodness! Yeah, that is really flimsy. The plastic feels quite brittle. It's not. But the plastic is nowhere near the classic Kenner quality. The actual detailing is quite. Look how Now, I guess that might be rubbery to try and stop people poking their eyes out, but that is pretty... Does that come off? Everything just feels really... I mean, that I can understand why that would be rubbery, but that... Rocket booster, I don't really understand. Yeah, this is pretty cheap. I would say, in terms of a Poundland toy, this is probably about... This is more or less... It's well moulded. I mean, the paint, you can't really go wrong with Boba Fett because he's a bit bashed up anyway. But this is definitely cheaper than the original Star Wars figures that sensible people like me played with when we were a kid. His arms, this arm feels very loose. Feels like, and this arm is incredibly loose as well. You'd have to get some, if you get some like plumber's tape, some PTE tape, whatever it's called, you could make it a little stiffer, but... And then in the box you've got this. Ooh. I mean, this was one of the most coveted figures in the olden days. This Star Wars. I didn't have the... Blimey, is that going to come out? I didn't have the original Kenner one. So I had lots of the others. Wow, so this is his fire thingy. I think he uses once, maybe in Return of the Jedi. I should probably look at the box to see how it goes on. What do you do with it? Oh, I don't really understand. It's got... Does it kind of fit on? Ah, maybe this can't... Ah, right, okay. So look. This is what happens. This one here, this thing, comes off like that. And then this one... Okay, well that's interesting. You've got optional attachable thingy. And this one goes over his arm like that. I mean, I could see why... I could see kids playing with this and enjoying it, to be fair. I mean, yeah, I get it. I just think the kids are likely to... I mean, look how flimsy it is. I mean, I guess you could pose it more like that, but... And you get a little, like, rifle type gun. How does this come out? It's like a plastic. Got some film over it. Go off camera and see if I can pierce this. Should have been better prepared, really. Oh, I got it. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's just tape over the top of it. And there's the other gun, right. There you go. So you got, well, these are really tiny guns. I mean, maybe they were always tiny, these guns. Oh, I dropped one. I think I've dropped his rifle somewhere. Never to be seen again, blimey. What did I do with that? Okay, well, if the rifle turns up, I'll let you know. Well, that was a good trick. Oh, I can see where it is, just underneath the computer, right. So there's the rifle. I mean, you lose these, you never find them again. Interesting, there's like a bit of... like a bit of asbestos or something on the back of that. Wonderful. So, does this rifle fit in his hand? Ah, looks like his fingers are sort of made for that. Not really a big fan of guns, by the way, but... How's a kid meant to do this? Ugh, this is crap. This is just crap. It was never this hard in the olden days. I can't be bothered with that. Let's try this one. Maybe you're meant to... Yeah, I can't be bothered with that. Anyway. Now there's Han Solo's gun. That is a proper gun, based, of course, on a German First World War gun. The Broomhandle Mauser, or Mauser Broomhandle, I think it's the correct name. And let's see if we can get this boy out. Here we go. Well, the first thing that strikes me about Han Solo is he looks, when you take him out of the pack, I hadn't really realised something's gone very badly wrong with this mould, because he looks like a hunchback. His face is not too bad, actually. I guess he is kind of Empire Strikes Back, but he's there's too much going on up here. He's like a hunchback. His body is too... It's the wrong shape. It's a very strange... He's got no neck. It's like Gladstone Small. I was saying he's got no neck. His head can move around a bit. So he has got a bit of movement, though he hasn't like the other guy whose leg... The other guy, does he stand... Oh, he does stand up. Maybe that's why they make one leg shorter than the other, but the other one's badly. And this fella stands up as well. I mean, that's not too bad. It was always hard to get your Star Wars figures to stand up. Where's his gun? That's the next question. Well, the gun he can hold, and that's pretty cool. So apart from the fact that his body is terrible, I don't like guns, but you can hold them up. They kind of look in scale. I mean, he looks like he's holding a gun. It's a gun kind of holding pose, but when you've got his arms like that, it looks a bit strange with his pelvis sort of slightly thrust forward. And he seems to, I mean, it's like he's trying to hold his gut in a bit. His arms are like his shoulders are too high, and he hasn't got enough neck. Whereas the Boba Fett figure is not so bad. I wonder if his helmet comes off. No, I think I'm just going to leave a strange ball if I do that. But anyway, well, let's have a look and see how stretchy his legs are. Yeah, they're pretty stretchy. And his arms are pretty bendy. I don't know if I like that. It looks like a sign of cheapness rather than intentional. They feel like they'd snap really easily. You could easily step on this and snap. Whereas with the original Kenner figures, I broke very few. I think I broke the arm off of a Darth Vader, but I had another one. So almost it was like in the film. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I thought I was going to completely slate these. They do feel I hate the feel of plastic on modern toys. I wouldn't want to buy these for kids. I mean, I literally just bought them because I wanted to review them on this channel. But he looks like a hunchback. He looks a bit like a zombie, or you know, a bit of a zombie walk. Whereas, to be fair, Boba Fett looks pretty cool by comparison. His rocket pack is a bit rubbery, and he's got his flamey pack thing as well, which looks like it doubles up as a rocket pack. I don't know. Did he have one or the other? I don't in the thing. I don't know. When did he have that one? Maybe that's in Return of the Jedi, and this one's in Empire Strikes Back. But he can't hold his guns. Too hard for me, so it's too hard for a kid. But yeah, do you know what? The Boba Fett, I think, might be worth it. I was going to slate first of all, but the proportions are all right. You can't really go wrong with the paint on Boba Fett. I'm not too keen on the flamethrower thing, but if you just wanted one that looked a bit like the... I mean, I think the actual pure mould is better than the original Kenner ones. The original Kenner ones were kind of like conformed to a sort of stand-up. They weren't really like toy soldiers, which had a bit more of a pose, you know, sort of thinking a bit more about an action pose and more like a bit of a neutral pose. This is a bit more, yeah. I quite like the Boba Fett actually. It doesn't feel very nice. The plastic is horrible, But and you can't hold the guns. The arms are very loose, but you can fix that with a bit of plumber's tape. Han Solo, not so good. The face is alright, but the Hunchback thing I don't like. But yeah, it's they're not horrific. For £3, maybe they're at the right price point. £10 or whatever they were at, whatever time they were that much. Too much. Silly price. But there we go. That is the Poundland doing this Star Wars, I don't know what range it is, Hasbro, Forcelink. I think they make a certain sound if you put them near some bracelet thing. Original trilogy, the only trilogy Star Wars stuff. It's not so bad. So yeah, I'm going to say £3. Not too sure about the Han Solo. The Boba Fett, fixable. Not too bad if you just want one to stick on the shelf or something. Not that that's the kind of thing I'd do. I'll probably chuck this in the bin. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all next time on my rather, I don't know, getting quite quirky channel. Don't forget to subscribe and all that caper. Thank you. Goodbye.